You ever been threatened by a guy in boat shoes and a lanyard? I'm serious. It's a spiritual experience, like watching a traffic cone grow legs in a superiority complex. That's how this whole mess started. It was a Tuesday morning, birds chirping, dew still clinging to the lawns, and I'm out front deadheading my late wife, Elaine's roses. I've got my lukewarm coffee in one hand, pruning shears in the other, just minding my own business, when this guy marches up my driveway like he's got the nuclear codes on that flapping clipboard of his. No hello, no nice day, huh? Just a finger jabbed at my mailbox like it spat on his mom. This mailbox violates Oak Grove HOA Regulation 4.2b, 2b, he says, voice dripping with the smugness of someone who's memorized a rulebook that doesn't exist. It's too tall, the wood's unapproved, and it lacks proper HOA insignia. I blink at him, coffee halfway to my mouth, thinking, buddy, you just walked into the wrong story. Let me back up. That mailbox, it's not just some Home Depot special. Elaine carved it by hand in '92, 3 weeks of sweat and love, shaping it into a miniature Victorian house. The paint's still fresh, the little flag still flips up like it's saluting the world. Every morning, I drop a note inside for her. Doesn't matter that she's been gone for years. Some habits don't deserve to die. So when this polo shirt clown slaps a red violation sticker on it, immediate removal required. My blood pressure does a moon launch. Who the hell are you? I ask calm but sharp. He puffs out his chest like a discount mall cop. Carl Ho, compliance officer. The way he says it, you'd think he's Homeland Security, not some guy with a badge that looks like it came from a cereal box. I glance at his laminated ID, Oak Grove Homeowners Association. Funny thing, Oak Grove hasn't had an HOA since 2018. It imploded when the board got busted for turning dues into a hot tub fund. Carl either missed the memo or didn't care. He starts circling my mailbox, tapping it with his pen, scribbling like it's radioactive. I'm standing there, roses forgotten, wondering if I'm on a prank show. I'm not removing it, I say flat out. Not today, not ever. He doesn't even flinch, just keeps writing. That's when I know this isn't over. Not by a long shot. So Carl's still muttering into his clipboard when, like a bad sequel, Darla shows up. You'd know Darla if you saw her. 70 pounds of hairspray, leopard print leggings, and an attitude that could curdle milk. She's the self-appointed president of this ghost HOA, a title as legit as a kid calling himself king of the sandbox. She struts up purse dog under one arm, iPad in the other, and coos Walter like I'm a toddler who forgot his nap. We've had so many complaints about your mailbox. It's, well, frankly a blight. I stare at her for 5 solid seconds, trying to figure out if she's serious. It's a mailbox, Darla, not a billboard. What? It doesn't match your gnome army in plastic flamingos. She ignores the jab, pulling out a mailbox compliance protocol that looks like it was printed at Staples yesterday. Rules about paint color, size, even flag curvature. I flip to the end. Signed Chairperson Darla M. Krennic. She autographed her own fake rulebook. I laugh. Big mistake. Carl, emboldened by Darla's presence, gets in my face. You've got 24 hours to remove it, or you're fined. He shoves a notice at me like it's a subpoena. I don't take it. I just lock eyes with him and say, you touch this mailbox again, Carl, and you'll meet a real federal officer. He blinks, confused. You can't threaten an officer, he stammers. You're not law enforcement. I shoot back, giving him a smile I perfected after 30 years at the Office of the Inspector General, fraud, corruption, the works. Retired now, sure, but I can still smell a scam from a mile away. Darla, sensing she's losing, tries one last jab. We'll document this for legal action, she says, waving her iPad like she's filming a crime scene. Good, I reply. Get my good side. They slink off, Carl muttering, Darla sighing like she's escaping a war zone. I pick up the notice Carl dropped. Typos in the letterhead, signed in Comic Sans. You can't make this up. That night, I sit on my porch with a cold beer, watching kids bike past. Little Maya stops, admires the mailbox. It's like a tiny castle, she says. Did you build it? My wife did, I tell her. She nods, says, it's pretty, and zooms off. I look at that mailbox, still standing, still proud, and know Carl and Darla will be back. This isn't over. but they've got no idea who they're messing with. Next morning, I wake up to papers rustling under my door. Not the newspaper, but a stack of official letters from Oak Grove HOA. Violation notices, fines. One says I owe $250 for a non-conforming mailbox facade. Another $75 for skipping a mandatory HOA meeting. The best? $90 for visual lawn clutter. My garden gnome, older than Carl's hairline, is now a hazard. This isn't about the mailbox anymore. It's retaliation, a petty, poorly stapled war. I sit down with my coffee, flipping through this garbage. Typos everywhere. One calls my place Lot 7B, which doesn't exist. Another claims I owe dues from 2021, when the HOA was already dead. Then it clicks. They're running a ghost HOA, a dissolved group with no legal juice, but Carl and Darla are acting like feudal lords. If they're hitting me, they're hitting others. Time to knock on doors. First stop, Lena, single mom down the street, works nights at the hospital. She's exhausted, toddler on her hip. They said my pink door disrupts community tone. She sighs, showing me a $120 fine. I paid it. I didn't want trouble. Next, the Patels. Mr. Patel holds up a fine before I even ask. $50 for unauthorized curry aromas. You're joking, I say. He's not. His wife's furious, but they paid to avoid a fight. 7 houses later, it's the same story. Fines for Halloween decor in March, window curtains, you name it. Carl and Darla have turned our street into their personal ATM. That night, I call a few neighbors over. We sit in my garage, lawn chairs, beer, cookies from Lena, like a veteran support group. I show them my fines, then play the security cam footage. Carl at 3 a.m., hoodie up, yanking at my mailbox. He trips over a sprinkler, face plants into my begonias. We laugh, but it's bitter. This is a scam, Tom says, cracking a beer. They write the rules, issue the fines, keep the cash. Lena pulls out a bank statement. Her check went to Oak Grove HOA Incorporated, an LLC, not a personal account. That's the bell ringer. They've gone from annoying to federal-level stupid. We start planning. Tom canvasses for more victims. I dig into public records. We label it Operation HOA Fakeout. Next morning, I hide a second camera in a birdhouse. Carl's back by noon, sticking a final warning on my mailbox, muttering into his phone about escalation. I upload the footage to the local Facebook page. Ever wonder who's finding your lawn gnomes? Watch Carl at 3:06 a.m. 50 shares in an hour, 300 by noon. The neighborhood's waking up, and it's pissed. Things escalate fast. I'm watering Elaine's roses when a black SUV creeps up. Tinted windows, silent engine. Out steps Carl, lanyard gleaming, with a 6 feet 3 inches bald guy in a tight security shirt, mirrored shades, and a belt of gear like a discount action hero. Carl waves a paper. This is your last chance, Mr. Hargrove. We're authorized to remove non-compliant structures. He nods to his muscle. Meet private security. I don't flinch. I step forward, slow and calm. What's your name, son? The guy shifts. James. James, do you know who I am? He shakes his head. Walter Hargrove, retired OIG, Office of the Inspector General. I pull my old ID from the lockbox. Not valid, but real enough to spook small-time crooks. I know a fake badge when I see one. That mailbox. USPS jurisdiction. Tampering's a federal crime. Impersonating an officer? Jail time. James turns to Carl. You didn't say anything about that. Carl hisses, he's bluffing. I fold my arms, loud enough for the neighbors peeking out. Fines for mailbox tampering, sure. But pretending you're feds? How long you sticking around, Carl? James bails, back to the SUV, engine on. Carl's red-faced. You'll regret this. I chuckle. I don't bluff, Carl. You do, and you're terrible at it. Inside, I call Marty, my old OIG buddy, now with the Postal Service. I send him everything. Footage, notices, Lena's bank records. This is bad, he says. Mailbox tampering, wire fraud with that LLC, real bad. He promises to loop in the right people. I dig deeper. Oak Grove HOA Incorporated, registered by Carl months ago. No board, just him. Tax forms show non-profit status, but payments link to his debit card. Sloppy, arrogant, and oh so busted. Next day, Marty calls. Postal Inspection Service and IRS are on it. Keep everything secure, he says. Don't engage. I agree, but I'm not sitting idle. I copy the worst evidence. LLC filings, bank deposits, fake fines, and share it with the neighbors. Lena nearly cries. I thought it was just me. That's their game, I tell her. Isolate and intimidate. That night, we gather in Tom's driveway. No signs, just relief. Kids play, someone brings cookies, and we're a neighborhood again. At 7:30 a.m., 2 black SUVs roll in, federal agents, plain clothes, folders in hand. Carl steps out, smug as ever, until the lead agent flashes her badge. Darla follows, tracksuit and Bluetooth, shouting, "This is harassment. I'm a community leader." An agent shows her a folder. She shuts up fast. They spend an hour collecting evidence. No cuffs, just quiet dismantling. Carl slinks inside. Darla lingers, searching for sympathy. She gets none. We watch, sipping coffee, eating Lena's Justice muffins. That evening, we throw a block party, grills, bouncy castle, free the mailbox stickers. I grill burgers, wearing mine like a medal. Later, I sit by Elaine's roses, whispering we won. Maya brings me a cookie. You're a hero, she says. Just an old man with a stubborn streak. I reply, smiling. The week after is peaceful, earned quiet. No fines, no clipboards. A letter from the postal inspector thanks me. Carl's charged with fraud, impersonation, mailbox tampering. Darla's hit with civil penalties. The LLC's toast, and Elaine's mailbox is protected history. Tom frames a copy for my garage. That weekend, the neighbors surprise me. A plaque for the mailbox. In loving memory of Elaine Hargrove, defender of beauty, beloved neighbor. I choke up, manage a thank you. Later, a note with a diner gift card, signed by 30 folks. You didn't just save a mailbox. You reminded us what community means. Darla tries a rant video. Deep state, conspiracies, her dog knocking the phone over. It's meme to death. HOA Karen on a mailbox throne. The city scraps Oak Grove's HOA status. We're self-governed now. They offer me a committee chair. I pass, stay an advisor. My job's guarding that mailbox. One morning, Maya taps the plaque for luck as she scooters by. The roses bloom, birds nest nearby, and I sit with my coffee, chuckling. All that chaos over a box carved with love, defended by stubbornness, and saved by a neighborhood that just needed a push. You can't fight City Hall, maybe, but you can damn well take down a fake HOA with a printer and a dream. You just have to care enough to stand your ground.